So Joe Mixon, another guy who has been in the limelight for the wrong reasons after the violent assault on the female in the diner 2 years ago, was suspended, and we use air quotes for suspended, by Oklahoma. He remained on scholarship, remained part of the team, and then 2.5 years later, going into their bowl game this year, finally Bob Stoops really being pressed about it. Joe Mixon was he was shuffled away from the media glare. Oklahoma said it was because of the legal ramifications. He wasn't supposed to talk to the media. He couldn't talk to the media. What ended up happening was it felt like over the last 2 years, OU protected Joe Mixon. That they threw their mother hen wing over him and said, you won't have to deal with any of this. You just play football for us. Now, even if that's not really what was intended to do, that was the vibe, and that drove a lot of people batty, including myself. Look, if you want to stand by Joe Mixon as Oklahoma and as that football program, and you want to stand by him and say he's paid his penance, he's dealt with his punishment, he's a better person on the other side, that's fine, but you also need to be transparent about it and not keep him shoveled away, stuffed away in secrecy so that he doesn't have to deal with the questions or the media or anything like that. So today we learn that he's going to end up going to the NFL draft. And I think the entire last 2 weeks for Bob Stoops in Oklahoma have been embarrassing, completely embarrassing. And I'll tell you why. Number one, they hid behind the all too easy excuse of, well, we believe in second chances. Yeah, you know what? Scratch that. And I encourage everybody listening and watching right now to do the same exact thing. When you hear a college administrator utilize the we believe in second chances, immediately delete that from the conversation or argument because we all believe in second chances. Who is sitting here right now going, yeah, you know what? I'm only about single chances here, guys. No redemption, no rehabilitation. Once you make a mistake, I toss you out and never to be seen from again. You're in Siberia in my mind. No. This entire country has been built on second chances. And so nobody actively says, nah, you know what? That second chance thing, I'm not about that. So that's how college administrators, coaches, chancellors, ADs always rationalize this. Because what are you supposed to say? I disagree on the second chance part here, coach. No, we all deserve that because we've all made mistakes. Number two, when Bob Stoops said, well, 2 years later, I would have handled this differently. Oh, because you saw the light, you became enlightened, you realized the error of your ways. No, he said, because the outcry is so loud, I would have had to dismiss him. Oh, good. So blame the outcry instead of the person that actually did the crime. Okay, good. So throughout all of that, I thought Oklahoma embarrassed themselves. For Joe Mixon going into the NFL draft, the question's going to be, do you draft him? And Joe Mixon has NFL talent. My answer is no. No. Not unless there is absolutely no type of risk because you got him in the 6th round or 7th round. Unless you don't have to hit on this, unless you don't have to make sure this guy is your guy, why bother? It's one of the best running back drafts in years. At the very top of the draft, you already have both Leonard Fournette and Christian McCaffrey that are going to be first-round draft picks. I think, yeah, Joe Mixon has that type of talent, but we've also seen guys that aren't nearly first-round draft picks or second-round draft picks end up becoming huge stars or at least really important pieces. I mean, look what happened to the Kansas City Chiefs. They lost Jamal Charles to injury this entire season and had their best season of his career. Did you have any idea who Spencer Ware or Charcandrick West were coming into the season, coming out of college, coming into the draft? Of course not. Ezekiel Elliott is the anomaly where you draft a running back really high and he pays dividends right away. Jay Ajayi is far more of a more reasonable set of expectations coming out of college, where he was drafted, and then suddenly becoming a go-to guy for the Dolphins. You don't need to risk at that position. There's no need. There's no need to risk with injury, previous injuries, which is why Fournette and McCaffrey sat out their bowl games. There's no need to risk when it comes to a pattern of bad behavior or a really terrible decision like Joe Mixon did and all of that. Now, is Joe Mixon a better guy for it? Maybe. I mean, I would say that he nor his teammates looked good during the Sugar Bowl when, as the fans are chanting, "He beats women," he is preening at the crowd saying, "Louder, louder, wash over me," like he's Gladiator. I would say not the best look. I would also say when his teammates are jumping around him, shadow boxing after his touchdown celebration, if that was mocking the punch he threw at the woman, again, not the best look. But I just don't understand why you would ever take massive risks on the running back position. Doesn't make any sense to me. Not in today's day and age. Nope. Risk on pass rushers, risk on quarterbacks, risk on left tackles, risk on running backs, for what? And I would also say that I think Oklahoma pushed him out the door. There was the reports last week that maybe he would come back next season. I think Oklahoma was just about done with dealing with the circus and the firestorm around Joe Mixon, and another calendar year of that didn't sit well with them. So I think they said, hey, you know what? Best for everybody. Best for everybody.